today's mobility class. My name is Chris. I'm the fitness professional down here in Houston, Texas. And today I will be leading us through a nice little 20 minutes of mobility. I don't know about y'all, but I could definitely use this today. So it's going to be a much needed full body mobility work. Before we get started, if you'll take a look at your screen, you'll notice that I do have the QFit Scramble up there, the details up there. That is still going on to the end of this week. Stick around to the end of class to get the letter of the day so you can unscramble the word of the week and be entered to win a prize. Let me go ahead and stop sharing here and we'll go ahead and get moving. We're going to keep it nice and simple today. Actually, let me spotlight myself. There we go. Okay. So, we'll start pretty simple. We're just going to work on ankle mobility, okay? So I'm going to use the wall for a little bit of balance here. If your balance is better than mine, you may not need that. I'm just going to lift my foot up. I can put it out in front of me, lift my knee up. I'm just going to stick it out in front of me, and I'm going to do some internal rotations, all right? So I'm going counterclockwise with my toes, nice and slow. And you can start with the rotations the opposite way. If you did, no worries. We're going to do both directions anyway. Stop there at the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate it the opposite direction now. Go ahead and switch feet so I'm not working too long on one foot. All right, same thing here. Rotations. I do not have as much dexterity with this foot as my right. There at the bottom and rotate it the opposite direction. Ooh, doing some clicking there. Okay, set that foot down. I'm gonna go back to the other foot. I'm just gonna go up and down like I'm pushing the gas pedal or brake. Really, when I'm pulling those toes up towards my shin, I'm pulling them up and really flexing the front of my shin here, and then I'm pushing it down. All right, so up and down, and then we'll go in and out, left and right. So not quite circles. We're just inverting and everting here. I'm trying not to rotate my whole leg. I'm trying just to focus on the foot. Same thing on the other foot here. We're going to switch sides. Gas pedal motion here. Back and forth. And then inversion, eversion, in and out. Try not to rotate the whole leg because I also want to like rotate my leg when my foot's going in and out, but I'm just trying to focus on moving that foot, getting that ankle mobility really working here. Okay. Continuing with the ankles and the feet a little bit, really kind of moving up slightly. We're going to go into some heel rockers. So like earlier, when we pull those toes up, we're really going to pull them up, stretching out the calves, flexing the tibialis muscle, and then we're going to go up on our toes and flexing the calf and stretching the tibialis muscle, all right? So we're back and forth, nice, slow, controlled movements here. You see me using the wall again for some balance so I can really control the speed at which I rock back and forth here. And even when I pull those toes up, I shoot my hips back just a little bit to really get those toes up. All right. Same thing as with those gas pedal movements. It's just a little weighted this time. We're going to move into some nice, slow, marching high knees. All right. So we're really pulling those legs up nice and slow, pausing at the top. just like we're marching, okay? I want to pull that knee up nice and high. I'm not just picking it up here, okay? I'm picking that knee up nice and high, all right? It's forcing my core to work a little bit. It's making my hip flexors work. Really focusing on some of this mobility. We'll progress this in a couple of moves here. We're going to go ahead and move from these marching high knees, get a couple more reps in, and we're going to move into some slow butt kicks. All right, so I'm same thing, flexing my hamstring, but nice, slow, and controlled. If you need to use the wall for a little bit of balance, use your desk, use a chair, that's fine. I really want to focus on squeezing that hamstring and then releasing it, all right? Getting it loosened up a little bit. We put these moves together, the high knees or the butt kicks. That's really just walking or running. So definitely want to work on that. We need those legs to keep working. Okay. Here's where we progress it a little bit. We're going to do half gate openers, okay? So what that's going to look like is we go into that high knee, pick it up. I'm going to open the gate, and I'm going to bring it back and down. That's one. I need 5 on each side here. Again, use the wall for a little bit of balance if you need to. I'm going to knee up nice and high, open it up, bring it back forward and down. Learning to work on the hips a little bit here, slowly working our way up the body with what we're mobilizing here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. You may find one side to be a little more difficult than the other. That's perfectly normal. I'm definitely experiencing that myself. A couple more reps here. Okay, so we're going to progress this move even further now. I'm going to go back to the first leg I started with, and it's going to be the same move, but we're going to add a posterior kick here. So knee up, knee out, kick back. Drive it back through, same thing on repeat. Give me 5 of these on the right leg or whichever leg you're starting with. We're going to do both, don't worry. The same way on the other side here. Again, you see me using this wall. I've been running a lot lately, working on a lot of legs, so I don't want to fall down in front of y'all. Okay. Up, out, back, drive all the way back through here. And you see when I kick that leg back, I do add a little bit of a forward lean here, so I'm really kicking that leg back. Couple more reps here. Woo. Okay. Shake that out if you need to. I know I need to. We're going to go ahead and drop down to the mat here. Let me adjust my camera so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop down to a kneeling lunge position. So I'm standing nice and tall. I'm going to kick my right leg back into a nice long lunge position. Drop that back knee down. Okay, so my left foot is directly under my left knee, maybe a little bit ahead, and then my back leg, my back toe is tucked, knee under my hip. Push my hips down and forward towards that heel. There we go. And I'm going to rotate towards that front leg and kick that arm that's in the back. Kick it out back there. Open that chest up a little bit. I'm going to release. I'm going to add an overhead reach here. So I'm going to take, if my left leg's forward, I'm going to take my right hand and reach over towards this wall on my left, really stretching this out, keeping my hips pushed down and forward here. Okay, I'm going to release. Now, the reason we kept our back toe tucked is we're going to shift back into a runner's stretch. So I'm going to sit on that back foot, left leg extended out in front of me. I'm going to reach for those toes. If you can't quite reach them, go ahead, start at your thigh and walk your hands down and try to get as low as you can. If you can reach your toe, pull on that toe. You release. We're going to shift back forward one more time. I'm going to push as far forward as I can, really into a nice, deep, elongated kneeling lunge here, trying to drive my knee as far forward over my toes as I can get them. Okay, release. We're going to set the same way up on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and pop back up to my feet. I'm going to get a nice long lunge, opposite leg back this time. Drop that knee down. All right, we're in perfect position, back toe tucked, right foot just in front of that right knee, left knee below my hip. Push those hips down and forward. Rotate towards that front leg and kick that arm back. You see me use my knee with my opposite hand here to add a little bit of torque. I'm trying to get a nice big rotation in my upper body here while keeping my hips facing forward. Okay, we're going to release. Same thing here. Make sure your hips are down and forward still. We're going to reach opposite hand over. Ooh. So for me, my right leg's forward, so my left hand is reaching over to my right side. Release. And again, back toes tucked. We're going to shift back, shift our weight back onto that back foot, and let that front foot rock up on the heel. Nice deep stretch through the back of the leg, the hamstring, and the top of the calf here. I'm definitely feeling it on this side. Okay, go ahead, shift our weight back forward. Now our foot slightly ahead of our knee, and we're going to push as far forward as we can, trying to get that knee to drive over those toes. Nice elongated kneeling lunge here. We're going to pop back up here, back up to our feet one more time. Single arm. Oh, the wall was much further than I thought it was. Single arm circles here. So we're going to, we focused on the hips, the legs. We're going to work our way up to our upper body. I'm going to start with reverse circles on my right hand. So I'm going nice big circles in reverse here. I prefer to do them single arm. I definitely feel like it allows me to focus on the mobility in my shoulder here as opposed to if I'm doing them with both arms at one time. That's just my preference. If you like to do them both at one time, that's good. Okay, one more rotation here, and we're going to go ahead and stop at the bottom and reverse that rotation. So I was rotating backwards, now I'm going to rotate forward. Same nice, controlled, big circles here. I want that shoulder to feel really mobile. Okay, let that hand recover, let the arm relax, and then we're going to go ahead and move to the opposite side here. So nice big circles. I don't care which direction you start in because we're going to do both directions. Oof. Less mobility in that left shoulder for me. And you'll notice that when your arm is towards the bottom of that circle, your palm will face towards your body, and then when you get right past the top of the circle, your hand will automatically rotate away from your body. Okay, reverse the circles now. Okay, shake it out. Let's just do some lateral arm swings. I am alternating which arm is crossing over on top here. So I'm just really flexing, stretching the chest, let the shoulders get a little more mobile. I'm going to go ahead and move into up and down arm swings. Again, alternating which arm is crossing over in front of the other. All right. Take those out. We're going to get into a nice, slow, and controlled inchworm into a world's greatest stretch. All right. So a little bit of stability here. We're going to go ahead, shoot our hips back, keep our legs relatively straight, let our hands glide down our legs here. Nice deep stretch in the back of the legs again, hopefully releasing some of that tension in the legs and the low back that we tend to experience by sitting in a chair all day. My goal is to get my hands to the floor. If you need to bend your legs a little bit, that's fine. I'm going to walk it out into a plank position, okay? Nice, solid plank. If you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. What we're going to do here is bring my right foot up to my right hand here. So I'm going to go full plank, right foot up by the right hand. Again, you can drop that back knee if you need to, but we're going to drive the right elbow to the floor. So my right foot forward, right elbow to the floor, and then open up and away. Hands to the sky. Few reps here, let's say 3 to 5. Nice controlled reps, big rotations. Rotate down, then rotate up. Okay, bring that hand down. We're going to push that leg back. Again, your knees can be on the floor here if you want, or you can be in the full plank position, but we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm going to bring my left leg, my left foot up to my left hand. Again, drop that knee if you need to, and then drive that elbow down, and then open it up. Elbow down, and open it up. One more here. Okay. And release. I'm going to go ahead and get into an all fours position, a quadruped position, if you will. Hands stacked below the shoulders, knees stacked beneath the hips, neck in a neutral position with the rest of your spine. And we're going to do a couple of cat cows here. So what I'm going to do is push my spine down towards the floor, really arching my back, looking up. And then I'm going to tuck my chin and push that spine up to the sky, really rounding the back here. I'm going to go back and forth just a handful of times. We worked on a lot of rotation and side flexion here. So we're going to go back and forth as well, anterior and posteriorly, if you will. One more time. Okay. I'm going to get back into a plank position. I'm going to finish nice and strong here. I'm going to walk my feet up to my hands the way I walked my hands up to away from my feet earlier. Nice and slow. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine. Make it a little more manageable here. But I'm going to try to leave my hands on the floor as long as I can. Try to straighten out those legs. Let's start dragging the hands up over the feet, the ankles, the shins. Let the head and the shoulders hang. My legs are completely straight now. I'm just pushing my hips forward to raise my upper body up. Still head and shoulders hanging. Hips coming forward, hips coming forward. I'm all the way up now. I'm going to roll my shoulders back, chin up, nice deep breath. Make sure that chest is up, that chest is open. Squeeze those shoulders together. Exhale, and then that's all I got for us today. Thank y'all for sticking around to the end of class. Hopefully that was as beneficial to y'all as it was to me. I needed that. And the letter of the day is T, as in trapezius, which is a muscle, tricep, which is a muscle, or teeth. Come back later and I'll try to have different words for the same letter for y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.